looks like if Bishop Lamar Whitehead is back in the news, the controversial Brooklyn bishop, according to the New York Post. He fabricated bank records in an attempt to finance his multi-million-dollar New Jersey mansion. The federal prosecutors charged him in a newer indictment on Wednesday that he falsified records to buy this mansion. The feds allege that in order for him to get this Paramus mansion approved, Whitehead, who is 44 years old, fabricated bank documents to obtain several loans in order to purchase his home in Paramus, New Jersey. Altered bank records to make it appear that an LLC he controlled had an average balance of over $2 million when in fact it had under $10. This is what the feds alleged in their charge against him. This, according to the New York Post. The embattled church leader made headlines back in 2022 when he was robbed at gunpoint by 3 men of more than $1 million in jewelry in his church in front of his congregation. The feds also alleges that he created a fake bank account as part of the scheme to get the mortgage loan back in 2019. According to the new charges, Pastor Whitehead fabricated bank records for AMS LLC, his company, up to and including February of 2019, for in and about October 2018. These are the new charges being leveled against the bishop. In an effort to obtain a mortgage of $1.3 million to fund the home that he purchased in Paramus, New Jersey, the Manhattan federal prosecutors wrote in the indictment the sequence in which he allegedly falsified documents in order to obtain a loan for the property. He was arrested by federal agents and hit with 4 charges back in December of 2022. The current charges are for falsifying a loan application for securing the home in Paramus, New Jersey. He was also slapped with an additional count of wire fraud related to alleged fabricated information linked to his LLC. The feds also alleges that Whitehead applied for a loan of $250,000 using his LLC, the Anointed Management Services LLC, by misrepresenting the finances of the company. According to the indictment, Whitehead was not granted the loan. However, the Fed stated that it was unclear if the $1.3 million for the mortgage was approved. Bishop Whitehead leads a small congregation in the Canarsie section of Brooklyn, where he preaches a prosperity gospel in which he asks his followers, the congregation, to donate money or sow a seed to the church. The name of the church is Leaders of Tomorrow International Ministries. As far back as 2013, Bishop Whitehead is known for driving luxury cars, wearing designer suits, as well as luxury jewelry. His recent appearance in federal court, as well as his church services, he dons these items to display his wealth. After his arrest in December, the Post viewed a white Rolls-Royce SUV and a white Mercedes G-Wagon parked in the driveway of his Paramus estate, which boasts 6 bedrooms and 7 bathrooms. Originally, back in December, Bishop Whitehead was charged allegedly for scamming a parishioner out of $90,000 of her life savings. The parishioner stated that she wanted the money to go towards purchasing property. However, instead, Bishop Whitehead allegedly used the money to buy luxury items, as charged in the indictment. He also faces an extortion charge for another scam in which he allegedly promised to use his influence to get favorable actions from the city in a real estate deal with another guy, which he never got for the person. So this report came out on March the 10th of this year. And it says that the disgraced Brooklyn Bishop Lamar Whitehead is facing new charges in his already mounting fraud case. On Wednesday, which was last week, federal prosecutors announced a new indictment accusing Whitehead of producing fraudulent bank documents in order to finance his New Jersey mansion and get a business loan. In 2018, the 44-year-old allegedly altered bank records to reflect his Anointing Management Services LLC having over $2 million, when in fact it contained less than $10. At the time, he was applying for a $250,000 business loan, which was denied. The bank account he claimed health funds did not exist. Although he was refused the 2018 loan, Whitehead is accused of trying once more in 2019 to get an even bigger loan this time to fund his $1.3 million Paramus home. Once again, he used more fabricated documents for this application. Whitehead came under the microscope when he was robbed during the church services back in 2022 of $1 million in jewelry. So when he claimed he was robbed of $1 million in jewelry, when he was a pastor of a very small church, where was all this money coming from? And so the Fed started to look closely at his business dealings. So after the theft of this $1 million in jewelry that he reported, stories about his character and shady business practices came to light, and Whitehead was accused of stealing $90,000 from a member of his church and spending it on designer goods when he was supposed to be using the money to help the woman to purchase a home. So he had been charged with a laundry list of offenses, including extortion, fraud, and lying to FBI agents. So it's been reported by the New York Post that he intends to plead not guilty to the new charges and remains free on a $500,000 bond. Anyway, YouTubers, drop your comments in the comment section. Tell me what you think about Lamar Whitehead facing new charges. YouTubers, drop your comments, hit all the buttons, smash the buttons. I'm over and out. Thank you for watching.